Hello, everyone. Hopefully, we are now live on the Mantic YouTube channel. I'm Rob. I'm the guy who's been playing through Rise of the Shadow King for the past few days, and welcome to part 3 of our playthrough of Rise of the Shadow King. So, if you've been following us since Monday, Rise of the Shadow King is a kind of play your own adventure, create your own adventure book in which you guys have been helping me make the decisions to see where we go next. So to give you a little bit of background, we are playing as Tall Son Bunglehammer, the dwarf, and so far we are trying to find out about the mysterious Shadow King. So the Shadow King is a kind of ghostly type figure that's been kind of plaguing the countryside where we are, and we are going to start to investigate. And we've so far spent 2 days in the town. We haven't even left the town really at the minute. It was interesting. I was speaking to Matt Gilbert, who is the author, yesterday, and he was amazed that we basically haven't left the town, and which is all scene setting almost. Yesterday, we explored a church and we spent a lot of time rummaging around, eventually discovered a skeleton trapped behind a wall, dispatched that quite easily. We found a small gold key with a rose motif, and that's when, unfortunately, the curse of the internet struck and we started to then have bandwidth issues. However, we still got the small gold key with a rose motif. We also picked up a jar of herbs. And just in case you are following at home, here's the character sheet. So this is what I've been filling in while we've been playing. So yeah, we've got the jar of herbs. We found a scroll with a partial map of some tunnels. No idea what that is. And then just at the end, when the internet was really, really playing up, we did a little bit of shopping. So again, there was a few questions for the group about what we should buy. And in the end, we kind of decided to buy a healing salve, a bulb of garlic, oil lantern, salt, and most importantly, in isolation, we bought a face mask. So that came to, if I remember rightly, that came to 9 gold coins. Let me check. Actually, no, that only came to 7 gold coins. So we've still got 3 gold coins to spend. So we still got, if we need to, we can still spend gold on something else. I don't know if we will need to spend gold. We'll have to see how that goes. And then, now we're about to set out on our adventure for real and see what happens. Now, I will warn you, my children are lurking around somewhere here. So if they suddenly burst in, you'll know what that is. I should have dressed them up as characters from the Shadow King. That would have been very, very good. So if you're following at home, we're now up to page 222 of the PDF. So let me get to that one, and we're on 399. I'll just wait a moment before we start. So hopefully everything looks to be working okay today. Yeah, Steve Evans is taking the Mickey out of my dice. So will you be using those green dice of yours? There we go. So these are the, oh, hello. There's one. Yes. Can you clear off, please? I'm on now. I did warn you. Hang on, let me just shut the door. Can you shut the door, please? Oh, dear. Right. I did warn you that that might happen. Oh, dear. Yeah, he is like a little goblin, actually. So that was Goblin. That was the youngest goblin. I don't know if old goblin will pop in. Yeah, and he's lurking around there in the background as well. So, yes, as mentioned, my supposedly lucky green dice have proved to be not very lucky at all, actually, as we've been playing. So hopefully you've got yourself a cup of tea. I'm in this lovely puffin mug today. And if we're ready, then we can crack on. So it looks like everything's stable on the old internet, which should be quite good. The voice is working, and I think we are ready to go. So this is page 222. And so, yeah, 299 was the shop. So we did our shopping, and now we're on 399. So I'll just make sure everyone's ready. So that's page 222 and section 399. See, look, in the background, I can see someone lurking around again. Okay, so if we're all ready, then we can crack on. Doesn't look like there's an option here to make. Your final stop before you leave is to purchase a horse. Oh, hang on. Get rid of me now. You want to see actually what we're reading. Wait a second. There we go. Your final stop before you leave is to purchase a horse. The distance across the plains to the north is too far to travel on foot. And if what you have heard is true, time is of the essence. You arrive at the stables, in sight of the large town gate, and bargain well for an aging but reliable ex-war horse with an affable man called Haddon. When you tell him where you are going, his eyes open wide, but he says nothing and passes you the reins. As you lead your ride north, clattering along the cobbled road heading up to the gate, you turn to see Haddon sadly shaking his head and returning to his work. The town guards eye you suspiciously as you approach, but let you pass without incident. So there we go. So we've got a horse now. I don't think I need to make a note of it, but just in case. We can't really put the horse in our backpack, but I'll say we've got a horse now. Okay, so now we're going to turn to 294. 294. So 294, just in case you've got the PDF without the hyperlinks, is 167 in the PDF. As you exit through the town gate, you pass a few small dwellings that have been built outside the town. All are abandoned now, their occupants retreating inside the walls out of fear. As the last of the lonely buildings falls behind you, the view to the north opens out into the vast rolling grasslands of the wild. As you gaze at the landscape from the vantage point in the saddle, you take in the enormity of the land, the wind, my amazing sound effects again, rippling through swathes of grass. The overcast sky throws a dull, ominous blanket over the scene, and as you come to the top of a slight rise, you think you see a glint of water off to the northeast. The ruins of the Shadow Fort lie far to the north, so drawing your cloak tighter around your shoulders, you urge your horse forwards. Turn to 149. Okay, so no options at the moment. I'll take a quick drink of tea. So we're going to 149. Here we go. Oh yeah, I haven't got an option here. So 149 or page 96 in the PDF. The road runs north for the whole day, and you pass several bedraggled-looking groups of people heading in the opposite direction. You call greetings to the first few, hello, but get terrified, wild-eyed stares and silence in reply. You spend a chill night wrapped in a blanket before setting off again early the next day. The road you are following eventually comes to a fork. A rusty cage hangs off the ground from a leafless, gnarled tree, and as you approach, a crow caws loudly at you, caw, and flies off from the uppermost branches and away to the east. If you wish to follow the road to the northwest, turn to 20. If you wish to follow the road to the northeast, turn to 391. Okay, so we've got two options here. We've got the option to go to the northwest, and that is page 20. Or we've got the option to go northeast, and that is 391. Family of Gamers has joined us. Hello. How are you? He says, Sup Rob, taking a break from distance teaching. How's it going? Good. Well, I hope that today seems to be going well. So we've had, so far on the stream, we've had the curse of bad sound, the curse of poor internet connection, and then today I've got the curse of children. Not sure which has been the worst so far. Okay, so we've got two options for this one. So again, just let me know in the comments where we go. We've got, if you wish to follow the road to the northwest, turn to 20. And if you wish to follow the road to the northeast, turn to 391. So at the minute, it looks like 20's got the option. We've got 3 votes for that one. So that's Craig, Steve, and Skeptical Crypto, all going for 20. Ken's on board with another 20. I enjoyed doing my crow impression there. That was good. I should have like a sound card really to do all these different ones. So a couple of reminders while everyone's choosing, just in case. We've got a few things we need to look for in our quest to defeat the Shadow King. We were told to keep an eye out for some black stones. And then yesterday we were told to destroy, and that was the first day actually, to keep an eye out for the black stones. And then also we need to destroy 4 chalices. So we've got different kind of advice on how to destroy the Shadow King. So it looks like we were probably going to go to 20 here, unless anyone's got a real urge to go northeast. If not, I'll just leave it a little second in case we need to catch up. But failing that, I think it's time to head off to the northwest. Okay, here we go. So it looks like we're going to go to 20. Oh, dear me. So 20, this is page 31. And we've got a slight problem here, it looks like. So this is 31, page 31 of the PDF. The road continues roughly in the same direction for nearly an hour. You do not see another soul. Occasionally the grass opens up as small paths cross the road, tracks made by wild animals such as spine boar and the like. Then up ahead you see the grass to one side of the road has been recently trodden in a wide circle. As you get nearer, you see the blackened remains of an old campfire, not used for several days. As you slow down your mount, a gargled roar. A gargled roar rumbles across the space, and a huge lumbering troll emerges on the long, thick brown grass opposite the campsite. The troll staggers towards you, seemingly unsteady on its feet, and with what appears to be some horrible, festering injuries. If you have a ranged weapon, you may attempt a single shot before the beast gets to you. We don't. And now we must fight the zombie troll. Okay. So the troll has a... Matt Gilbert here says the troll sounds like Chewbacca. I mean, it could... I don't know what would have happened. It could have been sounded like Chewbacca. Maybe that's what happens when he becomes undead. So the zombie troll, this looks like the toughest foe we've faced so far, after those thieves, the skeleton and the ghouls. And if you're just joining us for the first time, the way the combat works is I roll my supposedly lucky green dice. So we have 2 attacks. So we roll for those first. We roll to hit first. So we've got melee of 4+. So if we get a 4+, we then roll to wound. Now, the zombie troll also has 2 attacks, but it also has crushing strength. So crushing strength, if you've played Kings of War, you'll be familiar with this. That reduces our defense down to 3+, or in another way, it kind of adds 1 to the roll. But anyway, so instead of needing a 4+ to hit us, it will need a 3+. So this, not that I'm worried, but you saw, if you've been watching, you've seen my rolls so far. So here we go. First attack. My lucky dice and my lucky Dreadball Cup, which so far have failed on both counts. Okay, so we got 6 and a 2 for that one. So we got 1 hit. Now we need to wound. Blimey, this is going to be a toughie. So the troll has a defense of 5+. Whoa! Oh dear. So now, although we hit, we failed to wound. Now it's the troll's turn. So 2 attacks. Luckily needing 5s. No, it's missed. Phew. So at least the one good thing about my bad rolls is that they're bad for us and they're bad for the enemy as well. Right, try and hit. So we got, 2 hits there. 6 and a 4. And now we just need to wound. Oh, yes. 6 and 3. So we've done 1 wound. So he's got a HP of 3. Let me just write this down. Troll is down to 2. Now it's the troll's turn to attack. Oh, it's missed again. Yes. Never thought I'd be so glad to see a 1 and a 2 on a roll. Our turn. I reckon we could potentially do this now. Oh, here we go. 2 6s. So we've got 2 hits. Boom. I reckon we can do this. Defense 5. Whoa. Another 6. Now, if you've ever watched any of the live streams where I play Dreadball, the reason why these are normally my lucky dice is because I keep getting 6s, which then explode and help with more 6s. So sadly, the dice don't explode in this one. Otherwise, we'd be nailing this. Okay, so the troll is down to 1 wound. Now it's the troll's turn to attack. Oh no. Oh dear. So the troll has got a 5 and a 6. So he's got 2 hits. Now he needs to wound. So as I mentioned, normally our defense is 4 plus. That will be down to 3. Well, that's not too bad. So we've taken 1 wound. So if you were watching yesterday, towards the end, we got to spend the night back in the inn. So we had our health restored. So we are on 14 health at the moment. Right. Okay. Let's try and finish this zombie troll off. Yes, we've got 1 hit. 1 and a 5. Oh, no, I put both in there. That's cheating. And now we just need to see if we can get... Yes! Woohoo! Take that, troll. So we have dispatched that troll seamlessly. That was... I'm going to have a sip of tea. I'm quite pleased with that one. We took 1 wound. We're down to 14. Quite a few people joined us. I have to lean forward to see. So Conradson, hello. And then Pepperpunk Design, hello. Glad to have you on board. Hopefully you can help make the decisions for me. So we have indeed defeated the zombie troll. That was probably the most seamless combat we've done so far. I think the dice have warmed up. We're doing well. So here we go. So we've defeated the zombie troll. Turn to 1, 3, 2. So 1, 3, 2. If you're on the PDF, it's 88. Let you catch up for a moment, and I'll carry on. So 1, 3, 2. The troll finally slumps to the ground, the undead magic animating it defeated. Your horse whinnies nervously. And backs away from the rotting corpse, smelling death. Taking a wide path around the body, you briefly dismount to investigate the campsite, but find little of value. Searching where the troll emerged from, you find the grisly, half-eaten remains of 2 humans, perhaps those unfortunate enough to have been attacked by the troll while they slept. Mounting your horse again, you continue north. I need some cups for... Oh, well, I haven't got them now. Yes, I have. Sorry, just wait a second. You continue north. I'll do it, it's too quiet. And the road begins to become less maintained and harder going. A half mile on, and you come to a junction. Stop in there. If you wish to take the narrower, smoother path to your left, which runs off northwest, turn to 188. Or if you wish to continue along the main, wider, more rugged road, which runs north, turn to 336. So 2 options here. As usual, let me know in the comments where you want us to go. And the options are, if you want to take the narrower, smoother path to your left, which runs off northwest, turn to 188. Or if you wish to continue along the main, wider, more rugged road, which runs north, turn to 336. So again, in the comments, so I'll give you a few moments to catch up. So 188 and 336. So we've got 2 for 336, 2 for 188, another one for 336. So yeah, we have, well, now I never like to influence the decisions. I just know we've been told to head north, which is supposedly where the Shadow King's lair is. So we've got 2 for 336, 3 for 336, and 2 for 188. I'm glad I found those cups. That's good for... I feel like the sound effects are getting increasingly better every day, really. Okay, so I'll just let everyone... Oh, we've got another one for 188. So that's 3 each for 188 and 336. So again, 188 goes on the smoother path to your left, which runs off northwest. Or if you wish to continue along the main, wider, more rugged road, which runs north, go to 336. So at the minute it's a draw. If it stays as a draw, I'll roll a dice and see what we do. I'll give it one more minute, just to make sure. So you think if, close your eyes. It's a skeptical crypto. It says, close your eyes and you could really be there. Thank you. I can't really read. The problem is I can never read on to prepare the potential sound effects. Okay, so it looks like it still might be a draw. So in which case I will roll the dice. We'll do 1 to 3, we'll do 188, and 4 to 6, we'll do 336. So here we go. Oh, so it's a 1. Pepperpunk Design says, let the horse decide. Well, the horse is the dice. So we're going to go to 1, which is 188. Here we go. So 188. And this is on page 115 on the PDF. So on 188. The path meanders through the grass in a gentle snaking track. After a while, you realize that the shape of the passage is very uniform. In fact, unnaturally so. You draw your sword and continue at a slower pace, and eventually come upon a large earth mound, where similar pathways all converge. In the middle of the mound, surrounded by dark green and purple moss, is a large cave-like hole, at least 6 feet across and disappearing into the ground. A faint aroma of soil, dampness, and decay wafts out of the cave entrance. So we're going to stop the horse. And now we've got 2 options. If you want to dismount and enter the cave, turn to 213. If you want to ignore the cave and turn north, turn to 370. So this sounds like this could be quite an important one. Do we want to dismount and enter the cave, which means we turn to 213, or we ignore the cave, just go, I'm not keen on going in there, and go to 370. So skeptical crypto straight in there with 370. Kind of keep on with the quest. Craig says keep on with the quest. So let's ignore. Also, Steve, the rebel here so far, is saying enter the cave. We do have an oil lantern with us, actually, which I bought. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier on. So we have got the oil lantern, which might be useful if we are going to go into the cave. So we've got 2, 4. So we've only got Steve at the minute who's saying go into the cave. 370, 370, 370. So we've got 4 for 370 and 1 for 213. We've got another one from Henry for 213. So far it looks like we are going to ignore the cave unless we have a sudden flurry of adventurers who fancy going on a little exploring. So remember the cave, it says a faint aroma of soil, dampness and decay wafts out of the cave entrance. It could be a teenager's bedroom, or it could be something slightly more mysterious. So I'll give it a couple of minutes just in case, because sometimes there's a slight lag on the comments. But at the moment, it looks like we're probably going to ignore this cave and just crack on. Just assume that something terrible is in there and avoid it. So I guess our main quest is to keep heading north, which we'll kind of carry on doing. So I think no more comments on there. I think we are going to carry on north, which means 370. So here we go. So page 370. And if you're on the PDF, that's actually, it's section 370, and it's page 205. 205. The journey remains uneventful for another hour, but slowly the light starts to fade and the temperature drops. And willing to risk your horse at night and mindful of the need to rest, you travel a little further before finding a suitable place to camp for the night. Unwilling to light a fire, wary of what or whom it may attract, you eat a cold, cheerless meal while your horse grazes on the long, tough grass around you. Cries and howls. Cries and howls ring out around you throughout the night, but you are not attacked and even manage to sleep a little. Regain 3 health points. So that takes us back to 15. You can never go over your starting health points. So we started on 15, so we'll back up to that. 15. I'm quite healthy at the minute. As the sun breaks over the horizon in the morning, you stretch out your cold, stiff muscles and continue on your way. Turn to 91. So 91 now, which is page 68. Sometime around mid-morning, the road rises slightly and then drops gently down away from you. The road follows the contours of the land and bends off to the northeast. The vegetation below you gradually transitions from grass into bracken and then is lost in a grey mist that hangs above the ground several miles ahead. Scanning the horizon, you see what looks like black smoke lazily billowing upwards far in the distance to the east. The sky to the north looks bruised and rain-laden. Shrugging your shoulders, you nudge your horse to continue. The road begins to become less well-defined and spongy underfoot as you gradually descend. Suddenly you lurch forward and your horse... I'm getting too carried away with the noises. Suddenly you lurch forwards and your horse screams, "No!" as you both plunge through the mat of the grass. You have fallen into a pit. Make a speed test. If you pass, you manage to jump clear to safety. If you fail, you land awkwardly, jarring in the saddle and losing 1 health point before scrambling clear. So I need to roll a dice. Sadly, our speed is 5+. Oh! Well done, Torson Bunglehammer. He's obviously a bit of a nippy dwarf, so we survive. Your poor horse, oh dear, died almost instantly, impaled on the wooden spikes protruding from the bottom of the pit. You curse yourself for daydreaming and missing such a huge, obvious trap. Recovering your possessions from the unfortunate beast, you have no choice now but to proceed on foot, leaving the horse for whoever dug the hole or the carrion birds, whichever gets there first. Turn to 49. Oh dear. I feel sorry. We never even named the horse. In the comments, let's come up with a name for the horse so we can properly give him a real send-off. I feel very sad for the horse. Okay, so horse is now dead. We're on foot and we need to go to 49. At least that does mean no more horse sound effects. So not all bad, perhaps. Rest in peace, horse. So on 49, and that's on page 45 of the PDF. The air becomes wetter and colder as you follow the road down. The odd puddle of standing water starts to appear, and the road fades to no more than a vague, narrow track. At one point you arrive at a junction with another track coming from the south, but you press on, your feet beginning to squelch and stick in the mud. Turn to 306. Now, if you remember rightly, there was the option to buy some waterproof boots. We all decided, I'm not going to blame myself, that waterproof boots wouldn't be needed for a dwarf, but it sounds like if we're going on a squelching track, perhaps we would have needed them. Okay, so 306, which is 174. The ground underfoot becomes more boggy and energy sapping as you traipse downhill. Eventually you come to an area of marshy land where a slow-moving river has spread out into the low-lying wetlands. The path takes you over several rickety wooden bridges between large islands of raised grasses and reeds before meeting a junction of other pathways and turning north into the mist. This is the route you now follow. Turn to 218. Okay, so we're making some quick progress here. So we're on 218. This looks like the landscape we're walking through here. Yeah, Henry says, anyone missing the waterproof boots? I think, yeah, and Skeptical Crypto says, we survive the zombie troll and die of trench foot. That would be typical of Tolson Bunglehammer. So 218. The path cuts through the swirling mist, turning and weaving through pools of murky water. In time, you reach another island with paths running north, south, and east. Knowing that the southern trail will take you away from your goal, you must choose one of the other paths. If you want to go north, turn to 75. If you want to go east, turn to 22. So an option here. So we've got north, which is 75, and then we've got east, which is 22. So we are meant to be heading north as part of the quest, but who knows what might be in the east? Could be something interesting. So I'll leave that to you to decide. So again, if you want to go north, turn to 75. And if you want to go east, turn to 22. Pepperpunk Design says 75, so that's north. So we've got one for north, another one for north from Skeptical Crypto. Head north from Henry. I love the fact we're all keeping the quest fully in our goal. After the death of the horse, I'm still reeling from that. I felt that was a crucial part. So Matthew says 22, which is east. Craig says 75, which is north. I've had a suggestion to call the horse Shergar. That's right. Yeah. Normally this would be the point where someone says Horsey McHorseface. We've got another one for north from Ken. And Craig, I think, as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for north. So unless there's a sudden flurry of activity for east, I think we are continuing north, which is where we're meant to be going. Matt Gilbert, being unhelpful, says south. Not even an option. And Matt's the person who wrote this book. Maybe this is a hint that we've gone the wrong way at some point. Okay, so we're going to go north. 75. Let's crack on. 75. So this is page 58. And it looks like we've got some fighting to do again. The path veers west before running north again. You pass a foul-smelling mere on your left, which bubbles ominously. After 15 minutes of trudging your way through the mud and reeds, you arrive, wet and tired, at another island. As you pause to rest and get your bearings, you hear a low, bestial moan. As shadowy figures emerge from the mist ahead, shuffling towards you, arms outstretched. Dripping wet, the zombies have hauled themselves from their watery grave to attack. You must fight them. Okay, so we've got the option here. We've got 2 zombies. We've got zombie 1 with 4 health. And we've got zombie 2 with 3 health. What I will do is typically we normally tend to fight the first enemy first, so we'll just carry on doing that to kind of speed things up. So 2 dice, trying to take out that first zombie. Oh, okay. So 1 and a 4, so we've got 1 hit. Oh, brilliant. So it's only a defense of 3, so we've got 1 wound on the first zombie, taking it down to 3. Now it's the zombie's turn to attack. So it gets 1. Oh dear, it has hit us. Oh no, it hasn't. Yes! Rolled a 4. So I thought it had hit us there. Okay, so the zombie has missed. Now it's our turn to attack again. Skeptical Cryptico says, for Saga! Yes, it's our revenge. 3 and a 5, so 1 hit. Now let's see if we wound it. Brilliant, yes. That's a 6. So down to 2 wounds. It's the zombie's turn to attack us. So 1 dice. No, it's a miss. With a 3. Our turn again. Can we do it this time? Ooh, okay, so not quite. We've got 1 and a 5, so we've hit. Now we just need to wound. Brilliant. 4. So the first zombie is down to 1 wound. So it's hit. The zombie's turn to attack. Oh dear. Okay, so 5. So it does mean it's hit us. But we have got a defense of 4. So hopefully this will miss. Oh dear, no. So we've taken a wound. It takes us down to 14. Okay, our turn to attack. Hopefully, okay, we tend to be averaging at least 1 hit. Let's see if we can wound. Yes, brilliant. Okay, 1 zombie down. Now, zombie number 2. So we start off attacking. Okay, so 5 and a 3, so we've got 1 hit. This zombie's got slightly higher defense, 4 plus. Yep. A 6, so that takes it down to 2. Now it's the zombie's turn to attack. Oh dear. Another hit. Let's see if we take a wound. Oh, now good. He must have hit us, but maybe his arm snapped off as he hit us. Okay, our turn to attack. Oh, fantastic. 2 hits. 6 and a 5. Oh, could we do this in one go? Oh. You can normally tell by that big sigh. So no, a 1 and a 2. A complete miss that time. Zombie's turn. Oh, it's another one. It's another hit. Can he wound us? Hopefully not. Nope. He's missed that. That's his other arm gone. So he's punched us with both arms and then they've both dropped off. Our turn to hit again. Yep, so we have hit. So come on, we can do this. We just need 2 4s. Come on. Oh, yes. Fantastic. A 4 and a 6. So that's another zombie death. So Shergar, our beloved horse, has been avenged by taking out these zombies. So that's 2 zombies dead, or undead, deader, even more dead, and we can carry on. So it says if you manage to defeat them, turn to 284. So here we go, 284, and I'll let everyone catch up after that epic battle when we actually won relatively easily. So we took 1 wound. We're down to 14 wounds. We're now on page 161. And we're on 284. So I'll just let the comments catch up for a little bit in a second because we're slightly behind. And then I will carry on. So on number 284 now. The only path out of the area takes you southeast, and you are beginning to despair. You will need to turn around and retrace your steps. The path peters out to a fall, short of meeting another trail ahead of you, running north. Leaping the gap, wow, leaping a gap for a dwarf is no mean feat. Leaping the gap, you land in the sticky mud across the water and then turn to the north. Turn to 89. Okay. Again, I'm getting the niggling sense we should have bought the waterproof boots. So here we go, turn to 89. So 89 is page 67. Oh, okay, right. The muddy track becomes hard to see, and you slip and almost fall numerous times. You reach what seems to be a large island and can barely make out paths running away northeast and northwest. As you are pondering your next move, a cloud of cold blue lights floats up out of the water ahead and drifts towards you through the swirling eddies of silver mist. As they approach, you start to feel your skin tingle and sting. These are marsh lights, well known to lead wanderers astray and feed on their fear. If you have some fire oil and wish to try using it, turn to 130. If you have a heavy cloak and want to use it, turn to 200. Otherwise, if you want to walk to one of the paths, turn to 331. Now then, unfortunately, we do not have fire oil. We have the oil lantern. Let me just check. Yeah, no, we bought the oil lantern. We don't have a heavy cloak. So I think it sounds like we're going to have to go to... We're going to have to go on one of the paths. Ken has a good point here. I think fire oil could be a mistake with marsh gas. Yeah. Well, that's where all the UFO sightings come from. So yeah, unfortunately, we need to go onto the path. Fingers crossed we don't get lost here. So 331. This is page 185. You try to shield your eyes and face from the lights, but they swarm around you, disorientating you and trying to drive you away. You feel cold burns on your arms and head as the lights brush past you. Lose 1 health point. So we're down to 13. Through sheer force of will, you push past the lights towards the paths ahead. If you want to take the northwest path, turn to 134. If you want to take the northeast path, turn to 247. So 2 options. We've got 134, which is northwest, or 247, which is northeast. So again, just in the comments, see where we're going to go. So just in case you are tracking it at home, we're down to 13 health now. And we've got 2 options here, which is northwest, turn 134, and northeast, turn to 247. So just to remind them, since we didn't have the heavy cloak or the fire oil, the items we have got, that we did buy, were the healing salve, which will restore 2 health points, the garlic, the oil lantern, the salt, and the face mask. Okay, so we've got 1 for 247, 2 for 247, and 2 for 134. So I'll leave it a little bit to collect. Oh, 3 for 134 now. With Craig coming on. So 134 is northwest, and 247 is northeast. We've had no real clues about which ways they could be, really. So Ken says 134. So at the minute it looks like 4-2 to 134. So I think I'll leave it for a few more seconds, and if not, we'll head on to the northwest path. Okay. So no more. So let's go to 134, which is northwest. So this is page 89. And oh dear me, it looks like we've got some combats again. You come to an area where the land is rockier with large green-stained boulders that litter the surroundings. The mist is a little thinner here, and you can see paths through the almost stagnant ponds to the north and to the west. As you near one pool, the surface starts to ripple, and 2 yellow, watery orbs of light appear from the depths. As you edge away, the head and body of a grey-skinned marsh demon emerge. its mouth lined with rows of thin, needle-like teeth. If you have a ranged weapon, you may take a single shot now. Record any damage you do. You must now fight the demon. Right, so more combat. So let's have a look at the Marsh Demon. Melee 5+, so hopefully won't hit us too much. 2 attacks though. Defense 5, so quite hard to hit. And 3 HP. So let me make a note of this. We've got the Marsh Demon. Right. Fingers crossed. Okay, it's not a bad start. You've got 1 hit. And then, sadly, we miss. Now it's the demon's turn. The demon has also missed. Thank goodness. What I should do, actually, what we'll try and do for tomorrow is get different dice for the enemies when they attack, so we can see. Anyway, our turn to attack. 2 dice. Oh, we've got 1. Oops, sorry. 4 and a 3. So let's see if we can hit. Defense 5. Oh, yes. We've got a 6. So that is the Marsh Demon's taking a wound. It's down to 2. Now it's the Marsh Demon's turn. Ooh, okay, dear me. So 4 and a 5. So he's got 1 hit. So we've got defense of 4. Oh, thank goodness. See, again, my bad rolling comes in handy for both of us, really. Right. It's our turn to hit. Oh. I'm really sorry. Snake eyes. I'm trying so hard. I've been practicing my dice rolling all night to try and make it better. I don't know if that was one of my kids watching in the background shouting no. If you heard that, it was cries of anguish. I imagine that's what everyone's like at home. Okay, the demon has also missed. A 1 and a 2. Come on, we can do this. Yep. Okay, we've got another hit. 1 and a 4. Let's try and take off another wound. Yes. A 6. Okay, right, the Marsh Demon is down. It's a 1 wound. I'm feeling it now. I think we can take it out. Ho-ho! Yes. The Marsh Demon is clearly soggy, too damp to fight properly. So hopefully let's try and take it out this time. Oh, we've got we've got a 1 and a 6. So come on. Try and dispatch this Marsh Demon this time. Yes! Woohoo! A 5. Take that, Marsh Demon. Dead. Yes. Okay, so if you defeat the demon, turn to 1, 6, 1. And we defeated it with style, I would say. Okay, so 1, 6, 1. So this is page 101 in the PDF as well. The demon's dying wail. Yeah, the demon's dying wail is drowned out as it slides back into the water from where it came. Its webbed claws ploughing furrows into the oozing mud as it disappears. Catching your breath, you must now decide which path to take. If you want to head west, turn to 373. If you want to go northeast, turn to 318. So 2 options. We are fresh from our victory. So west is 373 and northeast is 318. So we are down to 13 wounds now, just in case you're tracking that. Now we're deciding whether to go west, which is 373, or northeast, which is 318. So Skeptical Crypto says 318. Anything with west in it is bad news. Yeah, we should do a tally actually to see which directions have fared worse for us. So northeast, 318. So at the minute we've got 2 votes for that one. You might again hear one of my little goblins in the background. So Timothy Roller, hello, he's just joined us. He says, I just got here and therefore ignorant, but west is best. So that was 373. Craig says 3. I guess that must be 318. Another one for 318. So it looks like we're going to go northeast. Okay, so let's go northeast. Let's crack on. We're doing what I think we're making good progress today. So 318, and this is page 179. Again, my son just shouting in the background, I need the toilet. So just in case you were all wondering. Oh dear. The joys of working at home, everyone. So 318. You find your way to a small raised area of land littered with small sharp rocks. A pair of brown lizards are lying still on top of a pile of stones near the water's edge, and as you creep closer, one slithers beneath the surface with a plop. You catch a glint of something gold as the other lizard shifts its feet and realize there is what appears to be a ring around the creature's tail. If you want to try and make a grab for the lizard, turn to 118. Otherwise, you continue northwards. Turn to 304. Okay, so here we go. Do we want to try and grab this lizard, which is 118? Or do we want to just ignore the lizard and carry on to 304? So let me remind you, there is a lizard with something gold around its tail. So again, we've got 2 for grab its tail. Now, does it say it's a big? It's just a pair of brown lizards. Doesn't say they're particularly big. So Steve, clearly afraid of lizards, says just ignore it, don't grab it. Could they be baby? Probably not baby dragons. Maybe how would a ring end up on a lizard's tail? I guess has it been put there? I don't know. Did someone marry the lizard? So at the minute we've got 2 votes for grab the lizard. Oh, we've got Craig says ignore the lizard. So we've got 2 each. Henry says grab the lizard. I mean, we are a dwarf. Would we see the gold and just grab it? So at the minute we've got 3 for grab the lizard and 2 for ignore the lizard and just carry on. Matt Gilbert said it's a lesser spotted bling lizard. Yeah. Well known in Panathor, the bling lizard. Okay, so unless... Oh, we've got Ken, says 304, so ignore. Right, so at the minute, Steve is threatening to call the RSPCA if we touch the lizard. I mean, we're not going to necessarily hurt it, we're just going to grab it. Okay, so at the minute, we've got 3 votes each for grabbing the lizard and leaving the lizard. This has been one of the toughest decisions we've made so far. Do we grab the lizard or do we leave it? So the next vote will decide, or I'll roll the dice. Now, was it last time I rolled the dice that resulted in the death of Shergar, or was that a different thing? No, Shergar was alive when we rolled the dice last time. Okay. The next vote will decide. If not, I'm going to roll the dice. Yeah. Timothy says, good point, Izzy. The tail is going to fall off. It's a lizard. Which will probably mean the ring might fall off. Okay. I'm grabbing the dice. I'm about to roll. Unless another vote comes in. Here we go. So, 1 to 3. We will grab the lizard. 4 to 6, we'll ignore the lizard. Here goes. Oh, it's a 3. So that means we are going to grab that lizard. Here we go. 118. So this is page 81. Oh, here we go. This is going to end in disaster. The lizard starts to edge closer to the water as you creep up behind it. You will have to move fast. We're a dwarf. Take a speed test. If you pass, turn to 171. If you fail, turn to 384. Here we go. Wish me luck. I'm rolling a speed test. We are a dwarf. Yes! Again! Tallson Bunglehammer is the fastest dwarf in town. So we have passed. Woohoo! So if you pass, turn to 171. So this is page 105. The lizard almost makes it to the water, but you grab it in time and lift it clear of the stone it was on. Gripping it firmly, you see it is indeed a gold ring, plain and quite small, fixed tightly to the creature's tail. The lizard wriggles and writhes as you carefully work the ring free. Add the ring to your list of items. So gold ring. You place the lizard back on the rocks and it leaps into the water. Turn to 304. That is the best outcome for everyone. The lizard is safe, we haven't fell in the water, and we've got a gold ring. I think that's a collective high five. Bosh! Timothy says we can't keep the lizard. Oh, no, it could have replaced Shergar as our friend, but sadly, he's leapt back into the water and disappeared. Okay, so this is good. I'm feeling things are going on. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to jinx us. I jinxed us yesterday. So we're on page 304 now, which is 172. Oh, sorry, on section 304. I always get that wrong. Section 304, page 172. The path gently curves round to the east and becomes very waterlogged, almost disappearing in places. Slowly pulling each step you take from the sticky mud, you think you see a better path ahead. Turn to 274. 274, which is page 156. You slow down as you approach a small island, noticing movement in the mists ahead. Quietly loosening your weapon, you creep closer and crouch behind a fallen tree, part submerged in the water. You can just make out a group of small creatures, possibly goblins. Yes! Finally goblins! Who seem to be harvesting the crops of toadstools which are growing in patches dotted across the ground. They seem to be favouring the black and white capped fungi, but ignoring some smaller clumps of green tinged variety. Some are eaten by the creatures, but most are dropped into crude wicker baskets. After a while they move off north, their hunched shadowy forms slipping into the fog. Once you are sure they have moved away, you move out from the tree and begin to explore the island. There are still many clumps of the toadstools left untouched. Perhaps the goblins will return later. You find paths leading to the northeast and east. And we've got 3 options here. If you want to pick a toadstool and eat it, turn to 206. If you want to go northeast, turn to 198. If you want to go east, turn to 288. So options here are eat the toadstool, 206, northeast, 198, or east, 288. We've already had one very quick vote for eat the toadstool. Again, for all the children watching at home, please don't eat toadstools you find in the woods. So we've had 1 for eat the toadstool. We've had 2 for northeast. Another 1 for northeast. Timothy, good point. If we had a lizard, we could feed it a toadstool to see what happens. I think we all missed that lizard. Or we could have fed it to the horse. Another one, I think we're going to... Only 1 vote for eat the toadstool. Now, normally I don't get involved in the decisions, but I think that's probably right. I think the moral of this story so far is we all miss Shergar and we wish the lizard had become our pet. That's what I'm taking from it. Okay, so most people say go northeast. I think we'll go northeast. So that's 198. I am going to go back actually, sorry to that, after I've finished and see what would have happened if we'd eaten the mushroom just out of interest. Anyway, 198, and this is page 119. You reach a junction of boggy trails. Routes disappear into the swirling vapours to the south and west, but you press on doggedly north. Now we're talking about dogs. It's going to tease us with a dog pet now. You press on doggedly north. Turn to 231. 231. Here we go. So this is 135. The path meanders round several large reed beds before straightening out and rising to slightly firmer ground. Ahead you begin to make out the shadowy forms of a stand of procua trees, a swamp-loving species with deep roots and long, elegant fronds dripping with moisture. As you approach the trees, a larger shadow detaches itself from the thick trunks, and as the silhouette becomes more distinct, you realise the lumbering form of a swamp troll is making its way towards you. Not blessed with huge intelligence, trolls are nonetheless belligerent, often hungry, and recognise a meal when they see one. If you have a ranged weapon, you may attempt a single shot before the troll gets to you. Resolve it now and record any damage. We don't have a ranged weapon, so now we must fight the swamp troll. Whew! So the swamp troll has melee 4+, 1 attack, defense 4+, 5 HP. Blimey, that's going to take us a long time. It also has crushing strength. Right, so 2 dice into the pot they go. I'm rolling up my sleeves because I think this is going to be a tricky one. So, troll. Right down here, it's got 5 HP. Right, let's go. Okay, it's a bad start. Maybe eating that mushroom would have given us like super strength. So that's a miss from us. The troll now attacks. Oh, luckily the troll also misses. Right, let's hope this one's a bit better. Yes, fantastic. We've got a 5 and a 6. So now let's see if we hit. So we've got defense of 4+. Whoa! Woohoo! That's great. So 2 wounds already on the troll. So it's down to 3 wounds now. Troll's turn to attack. Come on, troll. Miss, 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 miss. Yes, this is what I like to see. A 1. Our turn to attack. Oof. We just got 1 hit there. 1 and a 5. Let's see if we can hit the troll again. Be good to keep chipping away. Yep, brilliant. 5. It takes the troll down to 2 wounds. I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to jinx it. This is what happened yesterday when I said things were going well. It's the troll's turn. Oh, I'm rolling 2 attacks there. I'm getting carried away. Oh dear. Okay. Our first hit from the troll. Now, if you can see, the troll has got crushing strength, so it means it only needs a 3 to hit us rather than 4. Oh, fantastic. I mean, it does say they haven't got huge intelligence, so clearly maybe it's hitting us with like the back of its hand or his elbow or something. Anyway, 2 hits now to take the troll out. Boom. 4 and a 6. Right, let's see if we can take this troll out. 2 more wounds, needing a 4. Woo! Yes! This is going well. This is going well today. I can feel it. The internet's stayed okay. The sound has been okay. We've defeated loads of stuff. So that is a troll dispatched. Bam! Dead. Okay. That means we can easily crack on. What I will do is actually, because it's getting quite dark. So I mentioned this earlier on, but because we had problems yesterday with the internet, I'll play for a bit longer today. So normally I'd be packing up now, but let's crack on. Why wouldn't we while we're doing so well in combat? Okay, there we go. A bit better. So I'm not sitting in... Although the gloom was atmospheric, it was making it hard for me to see the screen. Right, so 278. That is page 158 of the PDF. The troll moans pitifully and crashes to the floor with a sickening thud. Its head smacking into the exposed roots of the procua tree. Wiping the ichor from your blade in the damp grass, you explore the immediate area. Amongst the trees you find the bones and remains of several animals heaped in gruesome, decaying piles. If you wish to stay and search the remains, turn to 8. Otherwise, paths lead northwest and northeast. If you want to go northeast, turn to 261. If you want to go northwest, turn to 2, 2, 5. So we can stay and search the remains of several animals heaped in gruesome, decaying piles, or we can just leave them alone, the gross pile of meat, and go northwest, northeast, or northwest. So again, it's 8 to search the pile of decaying bodies. Go northeast, which is 2, 6, 1, or go northwest, which is 2, 2, 5. So King John says search. 8. 1 for search so far. 8. Skeptical Crypto. Another one from Dan says search. 8. We could find another lizard in there. Henry says go northeast, which is 2, 6, 1. Steve says 8. It looks like we're going to search now. Possibly, unless there's another flurry. Craig's, I think, yeah, it looks like it's going to be 8 for this one. Yeah. Okay, so we're all hoping we find another friend in the pile of decaying animals. So I'm going to turn to page 8. So this is 25 on the PDF. Oh, God, this sounds gross. Most of the piles are simply bones and rags which you move carefully aside with the tip of your blade. In one pile, though, you feel a heavy weight wrapped in a piece of filthy brown cloth. Unwrapping it reveals a file. I'm saying that wrong answer. Unwrapping it reveals a bottle of what looks like green water. If you want to drink the water, turn to 29. Otherwise, turn to 3, 2, 4. So 29 is drink the water. 3, 2, 4 is leave it alone. Now again, I don't influence the decisions. Traditionally, green water is often health potions. No, is it red is often health potions actually. Green is normally magic. So Pepperpunk says drink the water. Pepperpunk was also the one who said eat the mushroom last time. So 1, I think the majority here is going to be. Actually, Timothy says 29. Skeptical says 3, 2, 4. Says I don't think that's absinthe. Who knows? Well, we won't know unless we drink it. Maybe it could be a bit like Alice in Wonderland, and if we drink it, we keep growing bigger or smaller. Okay, so at the minute, I think it looks like we're going to leave that bottle alone. So it's 2 for drink it and 4 for leave it alone. So unless there's any more, yeah, Henry says green water does not sound good. I'm inclined to agree. So again, sometimes that's another one, a bit like the mushrooms. I might go back and see what the options were if we had drunk them. Okay, so I'm going to ignore the water and we can crack on. I think that's what I'm seeing here. So 3, 2, 4, ignore the dubious green water. Okay, so this is page 183. Ignoring the bottle of liquid and leaving it amongst the bones, you need to choose a path forward. If you want to go northeast, turn to 261. If you want to go to northwest, go to 225. So northeast is 261, northwest is 225. So what I'll do is I'll keep playing until we've got up to a good kind of cliffhanger today. Again, I can hear my children roaming around trying to get into the room again. So Timothy says go northwest, 225. We've got one for 261, northeast, another one for northwest, another one for northwest, 261. So at the minute it's 3 all. Yeah. So it's 3 for 261, 3 for 2. Okay, Henry comes in with 261, which is northeast. So it looks like 261 is going to win this one. 4. I'll leave it for a few more seconds just to see if we end up going northwest. If not, we will go towards northeast. Oh, so Ken says northeast. Okay. I'll tell you what, let's go northeast. So 261. So 261, this is page 151 in the PDF. The ground starts to become firm and almost sandy. The mists thin as a gentle breeze stirs from the north. The path winds out into an area of knee-high brown grass, and within the swaying blades are 3 flat, round, and weather-worn stones. Further on, you see the area is surrounded by water. The stones are arranged in a triangle, and all have the same X rune carved into their centres. 2 of the runes are stained in a dark red colour, while the other is black. As you near them, they seem to become more vivid. If you want to step on the runes, turn to 371. Otherwise, to return to the path, turn to 298. So, got an option here. Do we want to step on those mysterious runes, which is 371, or we ignore the runes and carry on? What I might do, I'm going to make a note of what that symbol looks like, just in case we see that later. It's kind of like an X with a little tail on the top. So, King John says, step on the runes, 371. So let's have a look. Let's read about these stones again, just in case. The stones are arranged in a triangle and all have the same X rune carved into their centres. 2 of the runes are stained in a dark red colour, while the other is black. Could be blood. As you near them, they seem to become more vivid. If you want to step on the runes, turn to 371. Otherwise, to return to the path, turn to 298. So we've got a lot here for 371. 371. Skeptical Crypto says 298. Dark red colour sounds ominous. Craig says 298. I do think it's quite funny when we've clearly got 2 separate camps, I think, in today. We've got the pepperpunk design one, which is eat whatever you find and just step on things that look dangerous. It looks like 298. Return to the path. Yeah, I think we're going to end up returning to the path here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for return to the path. And then 1, 2, only 2 for step on the runes. Oh, actually, yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, 3. No. I think we're going to walk on. So we're going to walk on to 298. So 298, which is page 169. Leaving the rune stones behind you, you return to the stand of Pakua trees and then turn to the northwest. Turn to 225. So 225 is page 132. The path continues north before snaking back south and then southwest. The ground underfoot is less marshy and walking is much easier, although the mists remain, swirling around you as you march on. Turn to 369. So 369. Okay, so this is page 205. You feel you are coming close to the edge of the marshland. The path is drier and inclining slightly as you progress. Even the mist seems to be thinning, and you can see further ahead. In the distance, you notice the vague shadow of what appears to be clothing, or rags hanging from a branch. As you move closer, it becomes apparent what you see is actually an old, decaying battle standard. The point driven into the ground between 2 rocks. The remains of the rotting cloth are more holes than not, but despite the exposure and weathering, you can just make out the motif of a grinning skull which once decorated the flag and cast its baleful gaze across the battlefield. If you want to try and pull the standard from the ground, turn to 154. Otherwise, turn to 113. So, do we want to pull the battle standard out? Or do we want to ignore it and move on? So again, the battle standard is, we've got the motif of a grinning skull. Again, pepperpunk design. You are just throwing caution to the wind here. 154 says pull the battle standard out. Skeptical Crypto, it says it has to be a trap. Again, I'm not going to influence the decision. Timothy Roller says it's a happy skeleton, grab it. So 154. So we've got 2 at the minute for pull the battle standard out, and only 1 for basically ignore it and carry on. Oh, Steve, playing it cautious there, saying just ignore it. I mean, the battle standard from the ground. So it says, actually an old decaying battle standard, the point driven into the ground between 2 rocks. So Henry says 113, which is ignore it. Oh, Dan says grab the banner. Okay, so at the minute it's 3-all for this one. Okay, so we'll see what happens. If there's any more, if not, I will roll the dice of destiny to see what happens. Unless there's any more, the next vote will have it. Or I'll roll the dice. So do we want to grab the banner, pull it from the ground? Otherwise, turn to 113. Okay, I'm going to roll the dice. Oh, 113. No, Craig's come in for the final one there to say, otherwise, turn to 113. So we'll never know what was on the end of that battle standard. 113. And this is page 79 in the PDF. A search of the immediate area shows path leading east and northwest. Ignoring the eastern path, you take the more northerly route. Turn to 164. Okay, 164. This is page 102. You reach a crossroads of sorts. Dismissing the path running away to the southeast, you see the shadowy form of a huge tree ahead to the north and a firm, dry path stretching away to the northwest. If you want to head north towards the tree, turn to page 11. If you want to follow the path northwest, go 395. So if we want to head to the tree, choose 11. And if we want to go northwest, go to 395. So let me just go back and say what the tree is. It says, you see the shadowy form of a huge tree ahead to the north and a firm, dry path stretching away to the northwest. So we either go and investigate the tree, the huge tree, shadowy tree. Everything's always shadowy and mysterious in this. Or we follow the path to the northwest. So I'll wait for a moment while everyone votes. And then we'll see where we end up going. Okay, Timothy Roller says, dwarfs don't like trees, too tall. Okay, so I assume that means 395. Skeptical Crypto says 11. I just watched the Beastmaster, so huge shadowy trees are a must. So that is 1 for 11. Another one for Northwest, yeah. Well, Pepper Pump Design says 11. Steve says 11. Henry says 11. Onwards to the tree. So I think it looks like we're going to be going to the tree. So going to 11. Oh, Craig says 395. So that's 4 to investigate the tree and 2 to 395. So I'm going to leave it a few more seconds to see where we all want to go. And it looks like we are going to go to this shadowy, huge tree in the distance. Okay. So yeah, we are going to go head to the tree. And that, everyone, is where we're going to leave it for today. So tomorrow we will pick up and we will go to that tree. and we will see what is there. So thank you very much for joining me today. We've been plagued by minor problems today, mainly my children. I hope you've enjoyed it. I think we've done some good progress today. We've had some fantastic combat. We've made some brilliant decisions. We will all mourn the loss of Shergar and that lizard, which could have become our pet. I think today's stream will be known as the day that Shergar died. But yeah, thank you very much. And I will hopefully see you all at the same time tomorrow. So 4 p.m. And yeah, so whatever you do, don't read on, don't cheat. Don't see what happens when we get to the tree. Hopefully it'll just be full. It'll be a tree made of gold and we'll all be incredibly rich. So thanks very much. And I will see you again, tea in hand, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Bye, everyone. Cheers. Now I've got to find the button. There we go. Right. Bye.